Hello everyone, my name is Fikri Alkifari. Today I'm gonna reviewing Style, Language Variation and Identity, a book that completely changed what I think about the way we talk. Okay, have you ever noticed when you speak to your boss, your managers versus your best friends? This book will explain exactly why that happens and what it reveals about who you are. Okay, let's review in this book. At the first point, we need to understand the main purpose of this book, because Copeland wrote this book to prove one big thing. Our language style is like a social fingerprint. Every time we choose certain words, accents, or even emoji, we are showing the information about identity, social status, ages, or the group we are belong to. So, this book basically will help you to seek or to find the information in how people speak. So, the next point is, who should read this book? I think it's basically there are three types group of people who perfect to read this book. And the first one is the student. The student who's studying language or communications. And the second one is researcher. Researcher who study people and society. And the third one is anyone who working in the marketing or social media who wants to connect better with their client or with their audience. So there are three types of group people that are perfect to read this book. And the next point is there are three main ideas of this book. Like I said before, there are three main ideas of this book. The first one is the way we talk shows who we are, shows the real you. What does it mean? Okay, for example, is the people who say isn't instead of in. It is clearly show you the different backgrounds of them. And the second point is our ages. Like me, 20 years old, and my brother, who just 16 years old. The way we talk, the way I talk, and my brother talk is very, very different. And something like social media we use, like TikTok, Instagram, or any platforms is influence your language choices. And the third point is we use different speaking style, difference in our situations, just like we choose different clothes. Okay, if we're talking to the next point, exactly in the strengths and weaknesses, I personally found three strengths on this book. So the first strength on this book is there are real examples you can relate to, like how differently politicians talk in the speech, for example, or how teens text. And the second point is I think everything in this book connect nicely. I don't know how. I mean, the idea of this book is make sense together instead of being confusing. And the third point, the third strength of this book is for the academic levels of book, this book is relatively readable or easy to read, I mean, because each chapter has its own summaries, so it's very, very easy to read this book. But instead of all of the great things on this book have, and the strength, like we said before, this book also have three main problems. Okay, so the first problem on this book, personally, I think, because it have talking about the Western and English countries cultural. So if you want to learn any other cultures, this book not have many examples of it because it's too much specifically on English and Western countries. And the second problem is there are no diagrams or any pictures I found on this book. So understanding this book with just a word is very tricky and hard for me, especially for the visual learners and me as the visual learners. I might be struggling with these problems. And the third problems is at the beginnings to the middle part of this book is very lot using a big word or scientific word, and the level of the using of the scientific word is, I can say, it's too much. So the learner or the beginner who are first time studying language, I think might be struggling with these problems. Okay, now we go to the best part, that my favorite part is the advertising in this book. Okay, so why you should buy this book? Okay, two reasons. The first reason is if you buy this book, you will see conversations different from before. Like I said before, you can see how the politicians control their speech. It depends on their audience, and you can know the reasons why your LinkedIn profile is different from your Instagram captions and something like that. I think you will see the conversations different from before. It's not just I'm talking to you, talking to me. No, the conversation is more essential if you understand the Copeland concept. And the second reason is if you know if the word can affect the attentions, can affect the conversations also, your speech will become more powerful, and you can amuse your audience, you can interest your audience, so you will be a good converser. And for the language teacher itself, especially language teacher, I say, if you read this book, if you buy this book, you will be more understand about your students' problems, because in this book there are many conversations skills or speaking skills that maybe can help your students' problems who have any problems in speaking and struggle in speaking or conversation. So this book can provide more of examples. And for the students itself, if you buy this book, you can really get and know how powerful the conversation and speaking skill is, because there is a main problems in this world, like the people A get a job and the people B not get a job. Because what? Because there is a simple things. The people A cannot speak, don't have a speaking skills, but the people B have. The boss or the managers will be choose person B because B have a speaking skills. So that's why if even you are a specialist, you will be lose to the people who can speak. So that's all from me.